Oh, and you guys thought Turnabout Serenade was my biggest guilty pleasure on this list. I mean, it still kinda is, but a definite second place that I derive way more pleasure from, perhaps ironically, is Turnabout Academy. Honestly, I loved this case the first time I played it, and was pretty shocked to see that it's a very divisive one. Then I thought about it more, and yeah, no, that makes sense. The problems with this case especially presented themselves upon replay. But hear me out, this case is genuinely kind of good. The Law Academy setting is very unique, and the characters are absolutely wonderful. The stealthy cardboard box wearing Miriam Scuttlebutt is super fun, and I especially can't get enough of that main trio. Juniper is a bit plain and generically nice, but I don't dislike her or anything. And the slack is far picked up by Robin Newman and Hugh O'Connor. You know, funny story with Robin. The first time I played this case and saw this masculine dude get really excited to wear feminine clothes and lament the fact that he couldn't be as pretty as Juniper, I was genuinely impressed. Like, wow, the Ace Attorney writers are tackling gender dysphoria in big 2013 when this game came out? That's honestly really cool. And then I thought about it and realized, wait, that doesn't add up. I don't think these devs would be that progressive at that point in time. And that's when it hit me, oh, Robin is literally just a cis girl pretending to be a boy. A little disappointing, but still a fun twist. And it's still really nice how you help Robin become her authentic self. I like how the big equivalent secret for Hugh is that he's a 25-year-old man who pretended to be an 18-year-old genius. That's just kinda silly. Overall, I love this trio. Their friendship is genuinely really heartwarming, and the way they all support Athena at her lowest point in the trial is great. Oh yeah, Athena! Guys, you'll never believe this. You actually get to play as her in this case. Phoenix doesn't swoop in halfway through and steal it from you. It's all Athena with Apollo as her assistant. And I love Athena, so this is a boon. Plus, it's Clavier, guys! He's back! Doesn't really have a huge role in this case. I kinda wish they used him more, but he's here. Also, Trucy has a whopping 4 lines. I counted. There's a ton of other details I like here. Like, it's fun how the body was disguised as a statue of Phoenix Wright doing the objection pose, and Athena has to try and mimic that pose, while also saying maybe the most out-of-pocket line in the entire series to Apollo. But yeah, I just like how the iconography of the series, these things that have always been there, like the objection pose and Phoenix's hairdo, actually play a role within the narrative of this case. I like how the whole Hugh O'Connor, you a goner thing was just a red herring. It felt like a natural conclusion to come to and didn't come across as a waste of time after the fact. I like when Simon just goes out for a stroll because he gets bored. I like when Bobby Fulbright sticks his head out the window. Genuinely, this case is just so fun. It's like they were trying their hardest to make up for how few interesting things there are in the Monstrous Turnabout, and just threw double the amount of fun moments in this one. This case sounds really great. Why'd I say it was a guilty pleasure? I don't know, man. I guess I must have spread misinformation there. But, you know, the ends justify the means. Particularly in this dark age of the law that we all live in. Did that make any sense to you at home? If you answered no, then congratulations. You've discovered the biggest problem with Turnabout Academy. You see this guy? His name is Aristotle Means. And boy oh boy, he sure does love to keep saying how much the ends justify the means over and over in this case. And his students repeat it too. You see, this is bad because he's teaching them that securing victory is more important than finding the truth. And you should pursue any means to justify those ends. For the ends do justify the means. Especially for him, Aristotle Means. I'm gonna be honest, this guy is so unsubtle and so poorly written that he kind of wraps around into being the funniest Ace Attorney character. My friends and I have the most ironic obsession with Aristotle Means. Like, he's our equivalent of what Quercus Alba is for a lot of other fans. I mean, come on. This is all he talks about. And his students will constantly talk about the ends justifying the means too, even when it doesn't make sense. Surely they should be doing more immoral shit, but instead they do the tamest possible things and then repeat the ends justify the means catchphrase again and again. It's one of the worst cases at telling and not showing in the entire series. Oh, and that's not the only thing wrong with Means. I'm gonna make a bold claim and say that he is the most obvious killer in the entire series, besides the ones who were told to you right at the start. I mean, come on. This guy is literally talking about how we should do immoral shit and ignore the truth in order to get the verdict we want. That is his entire character. And also, look at him! The minute he flashed that horrible grin at me at the very beginning of the case, I knew it was him. There literally was never any doubt in my mind throughout the entirety of the rest of the case. I would have genuinely been shocked if the culprit was literally anyone else. And the fact that Athena and Apollo never suspect him at any point, despite the fact that he has a clear conflicting ideology to the victim, is ridiculous. Wake up! It is means! It's always been means and you know it! As much as I love this case, I really can't deny how poorly written all this ends justify the means and dark age of the law business is. Again, show the students going to really unscrupulous lengths to get what they want. It's like they were afraid to make the main trio unlikable. So then, I don't know, have Miriam Scuttlebutt be the more nefarious student who takes Means' teachings to heart. It just feels like everyone in this case is a big goofball while the most obvious motherfucker is standing there the entire time, grinning at you and talking about his evil ideology. And it's like, why are we wasting our time on Hugh O'Connor? It's not him! Come on now! Fortunately, Means goes from being a so bad he's good character to an actually pretty fun villain once he turns into this Spartan teacher. I love the random shit he writes on the chalkboard and the animation of him throwing chalk at you, which would have gone hard on the 3DS. Overall, this case is pretty notably flawed and I can't call it top tier or anything, but it's a sentimental favorite of mine. I had a blast with it the first time I played it, and I continue to have a blast with it to this day. It's like the Spider-Man 3 or Revenge of the Sith of Ace Attorney cases. There are some ridiculous, baffling writing decisions you can't help but laugh at, but once you accept that, you come to realize that there's also a lot of legitimately great stuff to it. This case is never boring. It's always either hilariously incompetent or genuinely compelling. They could never make me hate you, Turnabout Academy. I guess, ultimately, what they say is true. The ends really do justify the means.